When there's evil on the attack,
Dragon.
you could rest knowing they got your back. Cause when the world needs heroes on patrol. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Welcome back to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
Hi.
James. I call him James. Other people call him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
A lot of things have happened this week.
Have they?
For me, yeah.
Oh, well, a lot of things seem to happen every week for you, James. For me, it's just a slow slog. But first things first, last episode was only like 40 minutes long.
Oh my God, was it?
Yeah. So I'm thinking we do an extra 20 minutes today just to make up for it. But if you don't have time, then that's fine.
No, I have time. I'm just letting you know now there's going to be a clear section where I just go, hey, yeah, so I just kind of like, there's going to be a section because my dad's going to end up going to bed in the middle of this probably.
Oh, yeah. Well, that happens in a lot of the episodes.
It's kind of, he's like a third person on this channel.
He's our special guest, and he only pops up during halfway through the crapshoot. So only true crapshoot fans know about James's dad.
Legitimately how my dad works into my brother's podcast.
Yeah.
It's always like we're talking, and then we're like, and this is dad's perspective of it.
What if one of these days you do like a prank where instead of your brother that's like doing the podcast, you just do it with your father and you pretend that your father's your brother?
I've legitimately wanted to get my dad to come on to do an episode several times, but he refuses. He doesn't want to be recorded, I think, and I think he'd be uncomfortable having to sit in these like desk chairs that we got.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can't sit in my nice gaming chair.
Because he sits in. Sorry, Dad. The gaming chair is reserved for me.
You're not a gamer.
Joke. I did buy myself a gaming chair.
Yeah,
that's what I've been sitting in all the time. That you hear me like fidgeting with like the arms of. Yeah, because they're so like loose.
Yeah, you need to stop doing that. Whenever you do that, it's like so much louder than your voice on the recording. What you mean. Anyway, last time you were talking about, I think, like an elementary school story. What was it called?
Which one?
You played football. That's what I remember. So you played football, and I wanted the story that you cut me off saying that you had to go, and we ended the episode. Was that I just wanted to finish that. I used to play football too in elementary school.
Whoa.
But I really shouldn't have because I was a really small child. I don't know if I think I've told this already on the other podcast, but it's just a little bitty. So, no, like when I say I was small, I was really small. So like when I was in like 4th grade, I'd be like the size of a 1st grader. And back then, the difference between like each grade is like, at least like there's a significant difference, right? Between like a 1st grader, a 2nd grader, and a 3rd grader. So yeah, I was as small as like a 1st grader in 4th grade. So when we played like flag football in PE, it's pretty much flag football in name only, and the kids would just play it like it was regular football, like slamming into each other.
Hard contact, breaking each other's bones.
Except for the girls. If it was a girl, then it would be flag football. But if it was a dude like me, it would be like, shoulder plus your face. They were meant for each other. So like,
shoulder,
I had a friend who was bigger than normal for a 4th grader. He was like a 5th grader. So
are you bigger than the average 5th grader?
Are you bigger than the average 5th grader? So
my favorite sister joke to the "Are you smarter than?"
He had a ball and he was on the enemy team. So he like enemy team. Yeah, and I was blocking him. I was like right in his way. And he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go right through you." So he like slammed into my 1st grade fragile body. So I flew
can't say
I'm not lying.
I
flew I went like 6 feet up in the air and I flew back like 12 feet. So I was airborne for like a good 4 seconds.
It's like a fucking Wile E. Coyote cutter.
Yeah. Like literally everybody else like stopped and stared at me as I was flying through the air after getting like hit.
Whoa,
Slow
JD's
motion. Yeah, I
flying.
didn't get hurt, but it was pretty funny. Knocked the wind out of me. And then I never played football again. I know I look huge. I mean, I'm huge now, but I still don't. I have like past
I know I
trauma
look
from
huge.
football.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
I am huge now, but I have past trauma with football, so
No,
football for me.
no.
Anyway, James, anything crazy
Yeah.
happened with your week now that you want to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I this week
yeah,
finally let up with temperature wise, as you would know, because you live in the same city, but it's been extremely cold every morning and like
yeah,
windy throughout the days constantly.
yeah. That was a weird week of
So I was
weather.
finally able to paint this helmet that I just sent you in a general, or not general, but
All right, let me see.
I made a meme out of it because I was so happy to paint it.
Oh yeah, with Eric Andre.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see the
Uh,
purple halo helmet.
yeah. And I was finally able to paint it, and I was really worried that because of the temperature it wouldn't come out so good. And thank fucking Christ, it is not cracked, and the purple looks. It's more purple now than it is in the picture, but it looks so good, and
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
looks a little
happy
bit
to
like Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
What?
You want to say that to my face?
I don't think you would like it in your face.
I don't think anyone would.
Yeah.
But I've finally been able to paint that and everything, get progress going on that.
Mm-hmm.
The Mortal Kombat trailer came out this week.
Like 11? Mortal Kombat
No,
11?
the movie.
Oh, for the there's a movie?
There's a movie.
There's a movie.
Hold the podcast. We got to watch it right now.
There's a movie? There's a movie. There's a movie.
They fly now. They fly now.
They fly now. Do they fly?
Everyone.
In the movie?
Somehow, Shao Kahn is back. Is back.
No way. Shao Kahn? That's like my favorite Mortal Kombat villain.
I just want to do Mortal Kombat like references, but through only Star Wars Rise of Skywalker quotes.
But I've never watched a Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh my.
How many are there? There's just one.
There's two.
Two.
Other than the new one, there's two.
Okay.
And the first one, it's like, oh, it's campy, it's good. The second one, you're like, what the fuck?
What happened? What did they do to my boy?
I can't explain it because it's so good. They recast Raiden.
Okay. Is that the only person they recasted?
They recast Shao Kahn because I don't think they had anyone for Shao Kahn. They just had a guy in the sky going, "I will kill you, champions of Earthrealm." And they were like, "Ooh, hit a
Galactus from Fantastic Four."
Yeah, it was literally like Galactus from Rise of the Silver Surfer, actually, where his face just appeared in the sky. And he's like, "You."
I mean, it wasn't even him. It was just like a giant cloud
that when
that had
lightning
tentacles,
struck.
I think, right?
That when lightning struck, it vaguely resembled him. His outline.
Okay, yeah.
But Shao Kahn, he's like, "I will kill you, champions of Earthrealm," and then like Sonya Blade, Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, and whoever the girl that Liu Kang was into was.
The one with the blue and the dress.
Yeah. She's got like the knives that turn into a fan.
Yeah, that one. As you can tell, we are huge Mortal Kombat fans.
I only know Melina.
I'm
the one with the weird mouth.
The only female character you know is Melina.
She has a weird mouth, and it's like, that's a
What about Sonya? Sonya was a girl?
What?
What?
But they're there, and they like strike a fighting pose, like, yeah, and then it cuts to the second movie, and oh wait, no, then Raiden has a one-liner. He's like, "Come get some."
Come get some.
Do, and then just
lightning from my hands.
lightning from my hands.
Yeah.
No, but It then cuts to the second movie when you watch it in order, and it's like none of that happened yet.
Oh,
And they're all just standing there like, man. And Rain's like, man, I can't believe I was recasted, and I now no longer sound like I'm
this
gargling
movie
water.
is a prequel of the first one, but a sequel of the second one. So there you go.
No, the new movie is its own canon, and I'm so glad because it's R-rated, so it means they get to be violent.
Wait, were the first two movies not R-rated?
I'm pretty sure the first one was PG-13.
Ah, so Venom.
And it was like 90s PG-13, so it was like pushing the limits, but it wasn't. There was no blood, so it was Venom.
There was no blood, but people's heads got eaten.
Scorpion bled fire. That was basically the only blood.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can consider fire blood. Blood's gotta be like a.
I'm pretty sure that was actually the only blood in the movie.
You bled some fire?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that sounds cool. If only I could bleed fire.
I'm pretty sure Johnny Cage was sort of racist.
He's always racist. He's like you. I'm pretty sure you built your character around Johnny Cage. But only like the racist part.
You can't say he's always been racist, just like you.
Why? It's just the truth. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have to edit. There's so much editing that goes into these crapshoot episodes. I have to take out so many like racist jokes that James makes.
It's like PewDiePie and his editor.
Yeah. Did you? You know what? I don't catch up with PewDiePie very often, but every time I do, I hop in sometimes. And the last time I hopped in, it was like him talking about how everybody hates him and thinks he's like a white supremacist. I'm like, what the heck? When did that happen?
Oh wait, which time was that? Because that's been a few times
now. That was the VTuber one.
The VTuber?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When he got that VTuber model, everyone's like, every other VTuber was like, don't support PewDiePie VTubing because he's a white supremacist.
So yeah, people think. So he did a Fiverr thing to see how far the limits of Fiverr would go, like what people would do and everything.
Yeah.
And he put one that he thought it would never go on a sign, and it was like a anti-Semitic remark, but it was meant purely as like, this is so far that he knows nobody would do it.
Yeah.
But the two people still did it and recorded. They did it and they recorded themselves doing it, and he just kind of sat there in shock, and he's like, "Oh fuck," because he wasn't prepared.
Is that one line? I was like, well, this is going to be a problem.
And then he went into that phase where he dyed his hair white and wore the cat ear headphones and got like really edgy.
Oh yeah, he turned into like
and everybody
Ken
assumed
into Tokyo Ghoul season 2.
Not Tokyo Ghoul season 3.
No, not season 3. Season 3 he had his black hair back.
Somewhat.
Well, I mean, at the end he gets it back.
The middle part of his hair was black.
Yeah, but he wasn't edgy anymore.
However that works.
He wasn't edgy anymore. In season 2 he was edgy.
Dude, season 2 was prime.
Season 1 he was normal. Season 2 he was edgy. Season 3 he was back to not being edgy. But then he turned edgy again, I think, at the end of it.
I haven't seen season 3. All I know is that I saw the poster for it.
Oh.
I was like, I recognize none of you characters, not even the main character anymore. They
do like an Attack on Titan season 4 thing, where they bring in an entire new set of people.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Well, that's nice.
I like season 3. I think season 3 was all right. I don't remember too much of it because it was so long ago, but yeah. I like the intro music. That was pretty good.
I can't remember it, but the intro is pretty interesting.
I remember some of it. Like, I remember what happened at the end, which is the important part. It's something like that. I don't remember the lyrics. It was Japanese.
I'm just making noises. I don't even know the words. I'm just like,
I didn't know the words either. I was just making noises. So, James, have you told your family that you're a YouTuber now?
My dad knows. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
My sister knows.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
He doesn't care. My brother knows.
He's in it.
He's on my YouTube channel, and he doesn't care. I know you've listened to the episode, so I know you're aware of how much he says, I really don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, judging from his attitude on the episodes, it doesn't really.
It's really amazing because we'll be like before the episode we'll be like all hyped to do it, then we'll get in the episode and he like turns into his character where he's just like very cynical and an asshole all the time. Then afterwards he
I
like
know.
stands by the door where I'm like, oh, he's leaving, and he's just like standing there staring at me,
He
waiting.
sounds
Once
like
I
he's always plotting something. Is what
he
I
is.
best describe it when he's on the episode.
He is. But the moment I hit stop recording, he like switches and he's like, so how did you like he's like, my character was good that time, huh? I'm like, what are
How'd you
you
like my
trying to get
character?
from
It's like his
this?
voice is
Yeah.
completely different.
He gets a little different. Like when he's on the podcast, he's like not paying attention on his phone, just staring off or like into the back of my computer. And all
Yeah.
of a sudden he just like shifts and he's like, uh he just has like a conversation with me. I'm like, why don't you do this on episode?
That's a little bit different from you, James. I'd say you're slightly different on podcast than you are off of it.
No.
I say that you're more mature when you're on podcast. When you're off of it, like literally all shit gets thrown out the window. Like I hop into the chat. I don't even remember what happened like today, like 10 minutes ago. Or no, 20 minutes ago when I hopped into the chat to get ready for this episode. What'd you say to me? Oh yeah, you were like NPR News. There would be there's something NPR. Yeah, you just did like an NPR bit at me. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
It was a whole bit that means nothing because nobody heard it.
It means nothing because it's not recorded, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't even that funny to me. But you were like,
funny because it was like it's something I know, so I can laugh at it.
yeah, wow, inside jokes are so great. Anyway,
Inside jokes with me
I
and
didn't.
myself.
What I meant to say is that back to the major topic is that I didn't tell my family about it, right?
Oh,
I didn't tell my family about it because they think that the whole point of like videos and stuff are stupid and that you shouldn't do it. It's kind of a waste of time.
stupid.
But I wanted to say that they found out.
Oh,
Yeah, they found out about it.
what episode?
No, they found out about my channel.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't tell them, but they found out somehow.
they clicked on Huniepop.
I hope they didn't. I hope. Well, actually, so I think what happened was my I'm gonna get closer because this is gonna be they might be listening in on this.
They're at the door.
They're at the door with their ears cupped against my
What the fuck
door.
is he saying?
What the hell is he talking about us?
I can
Everybody's
hear
about to
him. He
say some
just said
terrible
his
shit.
family. He's talking about us, that motherfucker.
It was just like super. I think they didn't want to make it awkward with me. So my sister, my younger sister,
Oh,
I don't know why I say younger. I don't have an older one, but she just walks
I mean,
past.
she's younger. It's best to put perspective
She
on
is
it.
she is younger than me. So she
She is
walks
a
by my
younger
door
me.
one day. She walks by my door one day and she's like, JD, like, how are you not making money? I'm like, what? And they're like, and she's like, how are you not making money off YouTube? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, your video has like 7,000 views. And I'm like,
Yes, she found that video.
That one, huh?
She found a video that's about an incestual relationship between two brothers.
She did find that one. That was the one, yeah. And I was like, I totally forgot that I totally forgot that my sister is like much more of a weeb than I am. She's like super into it.
She found your fucking Genshin Impact video.
Yeah. And I was like sitting there. I was like sitting in a cold sweat, and I was like, and I said to her like, I need more to make money. She's like, what do you mean? Tell me more about it. I'm like, oh fuck.
I need to consistently have that many viewers.
And I had to sit down
It's
with
like-
her and I tell her about the YouTube partnership program.
Right, you gotta have like 100 subscribers or
1,000
something.
subscribers.
1,000
I think.
subscribers.
1,000 subscribers, over 400 hours of watch time in the past year.
Right.
And that's what qualifies you for it. And then you can start making money.
And you're not even making that much money either.
You're making like bottom barrel pennies, maybe cents.
And because of like strict guidelines too, you're probably like,
Demonetization is a pretty
yeah.
common thing.
Why did YouTube put That's
Huh?
a topic for later. I don't want to cut you off. Continue your
All right,
story.
yeah. Let's continue.
I
The
don't want to
story.
rant about YouTube just yet.
So she found out, and then it's not too bad. I mean, I don't really care. I don't think she cares that much, but she has been bothering me about it pretty lately. But she's like, so who designed your VTuber avatar? And I'm like,
Hey.
I'm like, which one? Because I have three, and I designed two of them, and you designed the latest one. And she's like, what do you mean? I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know. Then
Are you
come back to
talking
me
about
what you know
the
about.
2D one that's a giant buff guy?
She's like, oh, the one with black hair. I'm like, there's two of them with black hair.
That's all of them.
And she's like, yeah, the one with black hair going like down down the side of your face. I'm like, that's both of them.
That's all of them.
That's both of them. Yeah. And then and she's like, if I draw like an anime character for my channel, can James like make a VTuber model for me?
Oh my god.
I'm like, I don't know if
She knows me by name?
well, it's
Oh
what's
no,
the
she's
intro.
seen the podcast.
I'm pretty sure she watches the videos. I don't know how much she watches.
She watches the
I don't know if she watches all of it. I'm pretty sure she doesn't. But I think she's watched enough to know who you are.
Oh no.
The whole point of this channel is that I never wanted people that like know. I mean,
To
not this
know you?
channel, but like, yeah, I was like, there's no way nobody, like anybody that we know. would
Yeah, I mean,
actually see
when I
it.
started, I was like, number one, my parents don't watch that much YouTube, so I don't think they'll ever find out. And if they do find out, I really don't care too much. But like, not even long enough into it, and so I'm already found out cat's out of the bag. So yeah, and I'm like, I don't know if you want James to do it because he's not like a professional modeler. And also, if you draw something, I don't think he can just like import that into the studio. But yeah, that's a thing. And she's been on all
Do I
about
have
it.
to re-download VR Studio now?
Yeah,
I deleted it because I
yeah.
was like,
That was
well, I made me and JD, and I'll never need this again.
I expected that to happen. I was like, yeah, okay. Well, she found out. She watches a lot of YouTube. Maybe eventually she'll find something that I've made. But then then my mother comes up to me the next day.
Oh,
And she's like, JD, you should make money off your videos.
what do you mean, mother?
And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Please tell me this. Which way in your room does your desk face? Does it face to your wall or
The face
from
is
your
away
wall?
from my door. So anyone who walks by my door can look into my room and see what I'm doing on my computer.
Okay. Please tell me every one of these times somebody's walked in, like walked up to you while you're in the middle of something, and it's
Yeah.
like you're just having to look up at them from your chair, just like turn and take off your headphones. I don't know why,
That's
but
happened
just
a couple times when I've recorded I played a game, recording a game. But like I was just playing the game and they don't know that I'm recording it. So in their mind, they maybe just think that I'm talking to someone while I'm playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
That's the logical conclusion.
JD.
Anyway,
Yes,
so
mother.
yeah. I don't think she watches the videos though, so thank God.
Do you think that she found the same video your sister found?
I think what happened was my sister found that video. She recognized it was me. Somehow she recognized it was me. I have no idea how.
How she found it? Like, was she going down a rabbit hole of? Oh wow, I'm peeking. Was she going down like a rabbit hole of YouTube videos, and then just ended up finding you?
I think she found it like how everybody else found that video, by searching up it, by like looking. Yeah, I know. If any of you watching this video and you've watched that video and subscribed to me because of that video, I know what you searched to get to that video.
I know what you put in.
I know it tells me in the analytics what people search in the YouTube search bar to find that video.
I should check that for mine. I forgot to even check what
That's
they
like
search
that's
for.
like 90%. That's like 99% of my views is from the search bar. I don't ever get recommended.
Oh, if only we'd get recommended.
I don't think we'll make it that far. This is a pretty shitty podcast. Not gonna
One
lie.
day.
Maybe one day we'll get
One
better.
day.
One day. This is like practice. Think of it as like practice, right?
Practice.
Yeah.
When we can have like a better podcast one day.
I mean, if we keep doing it, I think it's gonna get better. Hopefully.
I like how earlier, by the way, when you sent me the message, I
Yeah.
completely thought that you had got us like the guest appear on someone else's podcast because you called it something completely else, and I'm like, we're
The
fucking guests.
Jalix owns podcast.
Oh, I didn't even see that's what you wrote.
Yeah, I
just thought
wrote. Are you ready to? What was it, like, guest host the Jalix owns podcast today or something?
Oh, can you be a guest on the Jalix Owns podcast? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Do you know
Jalix
what I
Owns.
meant though,
I
right?
only saw the Jalix podcast, and I
Oh,
was like, I don't know who Jalix is, but fuck it. I'll guest
yeah.
on anyone's podcast.
It's Alex Jones, but I took the J and I put it in front of the A. That's it. That's all. That's the joke.
Went right over my head. Didn't even see the word owns.
Yeah.
I saw Jalix, and I'm like, that seems legit.
Yeah. Super.
That's
Did it
that's
seem
a
legit to
YouTuber
you?
name.
Did you actually think that was a podcast?
I, for a minute, thought there was a podcast being hosted by some guy named Jalix, and you and him have been talking, and you got a guest with him.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you why I believe this, because my brother tricked me into the same thing.
Into thinking there was a podcast called something.
No, he came to me like in the middle, like right before right after we ended an episode,
Yeah.
and he was like telling me all this stuff and everything.
Mhm.
He's like, "Okay, Jim, so for next time, I just need you to know that like we're gonna be having a guest on and everything." I'm like, Wait, what?"
Hold up.
He's like, "We're having a guest, and guess what? I just got the emails and everything. We have a sponsorship with like a." Yeah, we had a sponsorship with like Simple Eat or something.
Come on,
Whatever
there's no way you believe that, right?
No, look, he's a fucking manipulative liar who is
Okay.
very good at it. He's
Okay.
extremely good at
I
selling you no
doubt
matter
that.
what.
The
And I
minute
should
you said
know
he had a sponsorship, all of it is just thrown out the window.
Look, that's because you're not his brother.
Okay,
I'm
you're right.
giving him
You're right.
some level
You're
of
right.
trust because he's family,
Yeah.
but also the amount of times this motherfucker has lied to me.
Has gaslighted you?
Has gaslighted me.
Yeah.
When I was a fucking kid, he nearly tricked me into drinking a bottle of pee. I'm not joking.
What? Okay, hold
That
on.
is the
Hold up.
legitimate
I have
thing that
several
my mom
questions. Let me just ask you a
Ask away.
question.
Yeah,
Why is there a bottle of pee?
I can't answer that one. I'm gonna be honest. I still don't know why.
Okay.
It was
How
a
old were
water
you
bottle.
at the time?
Okay, so we were still living at the last house.
Mhm.
So I was either 4 or just turning 5.
Okay.
Oh, I've never told you about my first memory, have I?
You have told me about it twice,
okay,
actually. You
so-
told it twice on the podcast.
Okay, then
I
never mind.
specifically
So-
remember the first time being like, "What?" The second time being like, "You told us already," and now I'm like, "Please don't tell it again."
But yeah,
The bottle of pee.
Yeah, the bottle of pee. Like I had no clue what that was. I'd never heard of that trick because like my mind like kind of just reset the day, like my first memory. Like everything I learned
He's
before
been
that just
gaslighting you
reset.
since 5 years old.
since
when
4.
when you were 4. It's like the biggest gaslight is that he's not even your brother or something.
He's my half brother.
Okay.
But he nearly tricked me into drinking it, and it was only because my I think my other brother like stopped me. He's like, "Are you a fucking idiot?" I'm like, "Kinda."
What do you
barely
mean?
remember who I am.
Are you an idiot? Like, stop making fun of me. I'm gonna drink this now.
No, unscrews cap, takes a sip. It's lemonade. But at the time
Salty.
when I was 4, my brother knew that like my favorite drink was lemonade.
Yeah.
Favorite. I cannot express enough how much it was like my favorite drink at that age.
Guzzling down lemonade all day.
No, but any chance I could, like, was allowed to have some, I would.
Okay.
And it was like he handed me this water bottle, and it was like, "Oh, it's lemonade, Jim. Just drink it up, man." And I'm like, "Oh, lemonade? Yeah, of course."
Awesome. Lemonade. Cool.
Wow, I'm not gonna ask where he got this and why it's in a water bottle. I'm not. He just handed it to me, and like my other brother like caught it and stopped it from happening. And I've just like always remembered that was the first fucking gaslight.
Wow.
That was the origin of sin.
Yeah. I'm I've already told on the podcast that I like matured really early, right? Like fifth grade. So when one of the side effects of maturing early is cynicism. So after fifth grade, I trusted like no one. So I don't think I'm very susceptible to gaslights anymore. Sometimes I go along with it because it's funny, but
They always betray me.
yeah, yeah. I sometimes I gaslight you too, but in like a lighthearted, this isn't gonna hurt you type of way.
Yeah, you do it in the Oni plays type of gaslighting.
Herculad, dude, he's like in the movie.
No, man, Herculad was there. No, he wasn't.
James, did you cut out? Hello?
Hi. You son of a bitch! I didn't
Oh,
believe
come on, that was the example. That was the one I do.
No,
I do
believed
that
it
like.
for a second. I believe it for a second because I went like, I did something with like a piece of my equipment over here.
Yeah, I know. I can see it. Yeah.
I made a noise. And I was like,
That's
oh,
what I
you
do.
really
That's what I
heard
do
that.
constantly too. The one where I pretend like you can't, your audio isn't coming through or something.
I don't know why I still believe him, and I even call him on it most of the time. Whenever he just says me something, I stare him blankly in the face. I'm like, "You're a fucking liar," and he's like, "Why would I lie?" I'm like, "Why wouldn't you lie?
Why would I lie? It's just
Wouldn't you
fun and
ever tell me
cool.
the truth?
It's fun and cool. It makes you look like an idiot.
Name one moment in our lives when you've told me the truth."
Tell me the
But,
truth. Where did
He
you hide
was
the
fucking
bodies?
lying. He was lying to my face about the fucking like the sponsorship and the guest and everything. He was like getting me all like fucking panicked, and I'm like, okay, is this gonna be an in-house guest? Do I have to set up Discord so we can both be
Is
talking
this
to
gonna be
him
like
at
an
the same
important
time?
person? I gotta got any
That's the
deodorant?
thing. I put on deodorant every day. Okay, listen,
Oh, I bet you do.
fuck you.
That's funny. That's funny coming from me because I don't. So
What the fuck?
I already
Okay.
told this right on the podcast.
I don't think you have, but you might
Oh.
have. I also have a shit memory sometimes.
Oh, I think I vaguely remember something like that.
That's why I always forget if I've told the story.
Yeah, don't worry.
But
I seem to remember most things that happen on the podcast. So just continue with yours. Your gaslight story.
he he was just like fucking gaslighting me and getting me all panicked. And I was like, okay, if this is gonna be an in-house guest, we're gonna have to get a third microphone, but that'll be easy and everything. But we'll need a chair, and so one of us will have to decide who gives up their chair to give the guest the comfortable one. And we'll have to sit on this side of the desk so he can be over there by himself. So we're
Give
not
the
being
guest the gamer chair. This one's got a
Give him the
headrest and everything.
give him the noisy one.
Mm.
And and like he was just like getting me all panicked, and then he just like had a fucking coy smile while like staring at me, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. He's like, I've been lying to you. It's like a fucking serial killer every time he does it. He just
Traitor.
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 He has this fucking big smile on his face, just looks me in the eyes, and like kind of like does the fucking whole like Jack Nicholson like smile while looking at him. He's like, I've been lying to you, Jim.
It was me, Jimmy, the entire time.
It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed.
Remember that time when you had your first girlfriend and you nutted at a woman's touch?
It was me,
It
Barry.
was me, Barry.
It was
I
me all
jerked you
along.
off at super speed.
I'm so glad someone got the real voice actor to do that.
Was that
too.
the real voice actor that did that?
It was
Oh
him.
my god.
It
What a
was
cool
him.
dude.
Oh, but it's like when people got fucking Steve Downs, the voice of Master Chief, to do the, and he turned himself into a pickle arbiter.
That's funny because
This shit I've ever seen.
I there was one video that popped up in my feed. I didn't click on it, but it was like Lance Reddick, like he voiced over a meme of like a character he did or something. And let me tell you, I don't know why, but Lance Reddick seems like the best role for like a serial murderer or like a psychopath in a movie, but he always plays like the straight man, the straight like boss type, or like
Just a really
well-mannered
straight
gentleman.
guy. No curving lines about him.
Yeah, there's one SNL I think he was in where he was like crazy, and that was funny. because because even if he's playing a crazy person, he's like a straight crazy person. Like like he's a very believable crazy person.
You know, now you say it, I don't think I've ever seen him play a bad guy. No.
Yeah, just like how you never see
Oh, he did the
Giancarlo.
Destiny line. That's what you're talking about.
Oh
He
yeah,
did
yeah,
where
yeah.
he's
The Destiny
doing the
one.
read over of his Destiny line. That was really funny.
Yeah, he did that. I didn't watch it, but
That's
I
a
saw
really
it.
good one still.
Yeah.
I always forget he's in Destiny 2.
I don't even know who's in Destiny 2. I stopped playing Destiny 2 like way long ago.
Nathan Fillion couldn't come and do lines for Cade 6 when they were doing his death scene, so they had Nolan North come.
Oh no, I'm dying. Peace
I
out,
mean, it was
cadet.
a bit more than him saying, "I'm dying."
I'm dying. This is me dying. Dying now.
Hello? Well, I am of dead.
Hello, 6 feet under here.
Whoa. Wow.
Did I tell you that or should I tell that deodorant story first? Maybe I'll do like
Yes,
a quick.
please.
I'll do like a quick reminder. If I have told a story, then I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
But maybe it's because I'm Asian, or maybe it's because I'm huge in stature, but I just don't stink. So I don't use deodorant because I don't stink. So why would you use deodorant if you don't stink, right? Of course, though, everyone's nose blind to themselves, right?
Right.
So at first I was like, maybe I should use deodorant once I like hit once my puberty finished. I was like, maybe I should use deodorant, but I was like, what if I didn't? So I didn't use it, and no one told me that I stink. So I was like, I don't need to use it if no one notices, right? So like, enter college, right? So I move in with my dorm mate. I think I've talked about him before. Daniel, I think his name was. I called him Dan. He was I told him at the beginning because I was like trying to make him as comfortable as possible living in a dorm with me. So I was like, listen, I don't use deodorant. So if I stink at any time, like just tell me. Just straight up like tell me, yo, JD, you stink, you need to use deodorant, and I'll do it.
Just say it.
Yeah, I was like, let's not pussyfoot around, all right? If I stink, you gotta let me know. So then like fast forward to when he's moving out, he's like, oh, I was like, so like, did I stink? And he's like, no, actually, I totally forgot about that. You know, at first he said to me, he's like, at first I was a little worried because you said you don't use deodorant. I'm like, uh-oh, this guy might not be hygienic. But then time passes and he's like, yeah, you like I just don't smell anything from you. You just don't have a scent. In fact, when I was doing my laundry, I'd put my clothes on your bed because your bed smells better than my bed.
JD, you naturally smell like roses.
Oh, well, there you go. Sorry, truth's out.
Mystery solved, folks. We can
And
head home.
I have no idea why I don't stink. I think it's because of my Asian genetics. Because Asian people have less stink glands than other races, and maybe it's also because I'm. No, it can't be. It can't be because of that. Let's move on.
Because of what?
I was about to say it's because I'm a small guy, but I'm not a small guy. I'm a huge guy, so it can't be because of that.
You fucking dope.
What are you talking about, dude? Don't tell me you're gonna ruin this bit that's been going for like 6 months now.
No, I just find it funny that you called yourself on it. You paused and you're like, nah.
It can't be because of that.
By the way, while you were talking, I searched up LeVar Burton and I found a picture of him on Eric Andre that I don't remember, where he's dressed up as Geordi from Star Trek.
Why did you search up LeVar Burton?
No, sorry, not LeVar Burton. Lance Reddick. LeVar Burton was the person who tweeted it.
What? For a second, you said LeVar Burton. I was like, what the heck?
I know,
who the hell is that?
But Lance Reddick, well, he's dressed up as Geordi from Star Trek, the guy who wears the visor like Cyclops.
Oh yeah, that one. I think I saw that.
But it's LeVar Burton shirtless with a giant pair of baggy pants and the Starfleet thing stuck to his chest.
Lance Reddick is pretty ripped, not gonna lie.
He's fucking ripped, but it's so funny because the face he's making is just like, he looks so pissed off, and then there's just another picture of him pointing while yelling. Going,
yeah, I think he went like ape shit on on that show. Like they're just like just do whatever, dude. Like
Oh my
improv
god,
it.
he's wearing chains.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just
Jesus.
a quoted saying "fuck all y'all, fuck all y'all."
Yeah, I remember him being on the show and all he said was like "fuck" while he's like backing out. That was interesting.
Whoops, don't rainbow read me.
So have I told you about my theater teacher?
No, you have not.
She's like a middle-aged theater teacher, and she has this like she's like the
I thought you
biggest
were going
like
to tell me something about her, not something I already knew.
funny bits.
We both immediately cut to just doing dumb music.
Yeah. So she has this habit of just like flexing on us like every like 10 minutes. You know those like people who are like they're in their business and they're like, yeah, I know this person. I know this person. You know who this person is? Or have you ever heard of this person who's really famous? Yeah, I knew him. That's my theater teacher. Except for theater. So she's like, yeah, you know, like that famous actor, I knew him. You know that famous director who's on Broadway? Yeah, he was my friend. I sat down with him for dinner, but like, at first I was like, oh yeah, she knows like one or two people. That's pretty cool. But then she just keeps going. She's like, yeah, this actor, I knew this actor. That actor, he was pretty fun in school. I knew him. He was my friend. That guy, I know his kids. And then like as she kept going on, I kept thinking, I was like, in my mind, I built up this scenario that's like, she like met them once at like a gathering of people like actors and directors, and then she's like, she talked to them once, and then after that she's like, yeah, they're my friend now. And then like they're the actual guy that she's talking to, she's like, who the hell are you? So yeah, it's really hard to listen to, because even though she's supposed to teach us about theater and stuff, she just goes on these like 20-minute rants about like knowing people and how because of
you know
them.
who I know?
What?
God.
Well, now I know you're lying, because there is no God. Atheists rise up.
Just start sending more. It's like an Eric Andre thing.
Yeah.
Doing scat.
I was about to do the Lance Reddick scream and stop myself.
You're doing like fucking scat music, and I just start sending just. I have become God.
Your eyes start lighting up.
Oh wait, I can finally use that picture of myself.
Yeah. Also, yes. Last class we had like what was the one line from the Jake Paul rap music? It was "English is my country," or "Britain is my country," or something. England is my country. Right?
Wait, was that Jake Paul or was that
that was Jake
KSI?
Paul? That was Jake Paul's video. It was, the one was like talking about Disney or something.
Oh.
England is my city, I think. That's what he said. England is my city. And we had one of those
England
moments.
is my city.
We had one of those moments in my class, because she was like, one of the questions for our homework. We were going over our homework, and one of the questions for the homework was name a country that's a theocracy. And a theocracy is a country that's run by like religion, right? Like the Pope runs it pretty much.
Yeah.
So like Vatican City. And then one of the people who answered in the chat was like, the UK? Yes, England.
Uh-huh.
The United Kingdom is a theocracy. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows this. It's just one of those. And at that moment I was like, am I in the wrong class? I have to take this class for credit, right?
Am I here right now?
Where am I? Am I in a dream? This can't be real.
Am I the dream?
This can't be real. Oh, so I don't know if you know this, James, but I have like this small text file that I use to keep track of everything I'm going to talk about in the podcast, or like the next podcast. because I
Oh, you're more organized than me and Joe.
well, no, it's just because I see
Just literally
something.
start bullshitting.
I see something that I really want to talk about, and I know I'm going to forget it. So I just type it in this little text file just to make sure I don't forget. But the next thing I typed was, "The real battle starts now," and I don't know what that is. I don't remember why I typed that. The real battle starts now. What? Trying to remember what that is.
The real battle is now. Are we gonna have a fucking war,
The
JD?
real
Why you
battle
gotta be
starts
honest?
now. Why did I type that? I don't remember typing that.
I can't even come to a conclusion of what you mean by that.
I don't know either. Which is
Yeah, Dad.
there's like no subject. There's no context.
Hold on, I'm gonna leave you to try and figure that out while I go say goodnight.
Okay. Everyone, give it up for James's father. I swear, I think James's father's been a special guest on the podcast for like 20 episodes. I think there's only been like a couple episodes where he wasn't here. And those are pretty sad episodes. Now, James is probably going to get into his quiet voice from now on, but me, I've always been in a quiet voice. It's totally fine. Maybe one of these days I like to shake hands with Mr. No Last Name, James's father. Why is James' mouth moving? That's weird. I wonder if he's got like a noise gate on his. He should have a voice gate on his Discord, like a background noise thing, but he doesn't. I'll ask him about it like right now. Hey James,
What?
you here?
Yeah.
Do you have like the background noise like filter turned on Discord?
I think I did.
Do you?
Do I not?
Because whenever you're gone, I hear like the very 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 quiet things happening in your background, and your avatar like blip. He like perks up because of it.
Echo cancellation, noise reduction.
Oh, the automatically determined input sensitivity. You have that?
Say that again?
Automatically determined input sensitivity.
Yeah.
You have that on?
No.
Okay.
Should I?
Probably. You
How's
can turn it
that?
on and we'll find out better.
It is on.
Okay, here. Just be quiet for like a second or like 5 seconds to make sure it works. Yeah. Yeah, it's much better actually, yeah. There you go. I can still hear that though. Sadly.
Do I cut in and out more now?
What do you mean by that?
Like, is my every like first word and then the end of my last word like cut out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, have you noticed that happens on the crapshoot episodes that we posted?
No, I have not.
I think that's like a Discord thing. Do you watch the crapshoot episodes?
I skim through them sometimes. If I'm like don't have the time to watch a full episode, I'll skim through, but I'll give it a good watch.
Yeah, because whenever I'm editing them, I notice that sometimes when you and me talk at the same time, I think it's like a Discord thing where it kind of like cuts out
Where
your
it like
voice.
kind of does that thing.
Yeah, it tries to cut out your voice whenever it sees that I'm talking. So like your voice will be like cut off, but my voice will still happen. That's weird. I don't know why. It only happens sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does. It's weird like that.
Strange.
Yeah, it is strange.
Things are going on here.
By the way, let's talk about something dangerous.
Ooh.
Huniepop 2.
Oh,
We
no.
we recorded an episode of it already. It went up today. It went up today, but today is Friday, the day we're recording. This comes out on Sunday, but so 2 days ago.
You mean today, Sunday?
I told you that it got corrupted, right? The first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what happened was I don't know exactly what happened. It happened before. I was messing with some settings in OPS to try and make the recording a bit smoother and a bit more high quality. and I've got it down now. Like I think I've got it down now to the best I can get it to. But I was messing with it beforehand, and I was trying to get it to separate my microphone audio from the desktop audio, just in case like my mic is too quiet or my mic is too loud, so I can change the volumes of them separately. But what happened was we recorded like an hour of that game, and when I hit the stop record button on OBS, it like froze, and I was like, "Oh shit! This only happens when footage gets corrupted." So I was like, "Shit!" So I look in my folder, and good news is that it popped up in my folder. And it was done encoding. So I open it up and I'm like, "Please work." And like the first 7 minutes are totally fine. Like the first 7 minutes are completely fine. No need for that. But then like from 7 minutes to like 51 minutes, like that 40-minute jump, everything gets like, the audio is completely fine. All of the audio sounds normal, but the video, it like, it slows down to like 1 frame every 20 seconds. So it's like, it shows like a freeze frame of like of one of the videos. And then like 20 seconds later, it'll jump to another freeze frame. But the audio is completely fine. And I was like, "Oh shit, can we still use this?"
I'm just saying that is what my perspective of the game is.
Yeah, I know. Because
most of the time it's just freezing and I'm like waiting. And then that's why I'm always like quiet for a second before it comes back.
Yeah. Because I have to share screen the game to James on Discord because we're recording remotely. So yeah, that happened. And so I was like, at first I was like, "Oh crap, there's no way. Is this, can we release this? I don't know." So I figured out that while I was editing it and cutting up the parts that I should include in the video, I realized that like 90% of it was just dialogue, like the characters in screen just talking to each other without skipping. Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, I can record like a separate gameplay to just layer over the audio so that they're just talking normally. Like it's not that hard. You just have to sync up from when they start talking so that they because it just goes on. We don't ever skip like any of the dialogue, so it's fine. And I was like, yeah, that's good stuff. And then the bad news is that I had to cut out pretty much all of like the puzzle making or puzzle solving parts because they don't match up with, I can't record gameplay that really matches up with that because it's all random. So I lost I had to cut out the parts where that first date I lost by like 2 points. And also the second date where I won with 0 moves left.
Those were very drastically different in clutch.
Both of those dates were like awesome when we recorded them because we were like, "Ah, shit, I lost by 2."
Awesome because like it was like you were like, "I'm on a no lose streak," and I believed you, and you had 2.
Yeah, I was like, in my mind, I was trying to calculate which moves would get me to the goal. And I was like, if I do this move, I was going to match like a really big match. I was setting up for a really big match. And when I got to the big match, I was like, is this going to get me to the end? I'm going to bank on this getting me to the end. Because what happens is if I match this big one, then it'll exhaust the current girl so that I will lose if this doesn't get me to the end. But I was so close to the end, I was like, this will probably work. So I matched it and it was 2 away and I lost the date. It was a failure. That was terrible. But good news is I recovered like 40 minutes of the video. So the 40 minutes, you pretty much can't tell the difference. Yeah, I did mess up a little bit while editing, but the good news is that I got the Virgin America bit in there. Did you watch that?
I have not seen it yet, no.
The Virgin America bit was pretty funny. I named it Virgin America. That was the first episode's name. I named it Virgin America, #1.
That's a pretty good one.
It was a good name. I pride myself. And I cut this out too, but the last 5 minutes, I think, of the video was just lost. Like it didn't record the last 5 minutes. So there's no outro.
Not even audio?
Yeah, not even the audio. It cut off at like 50. Oh. It cut off at like 47 or like 45 minutes or something. So I didn't go. The message that I would do another episode if it reached 5 views didn't go through. But I'll say right now that it reached 5 views. So we're doing another one. Yay!
Yeah.
It's gonna come out eventually. Maybe after we record like another
Why not
Colonel
do
Sanders
another
one.
one? Yeah.
Another one! Yay!
My favorite voice.
It's a good voice. You should be a
It's
voice
really
actor.
good voice. You know,
Mm,
I thought about it.
mm.
And I was like, I am not that talented.
Well, I mean, practice does come with time, but or I guess perfection comes with time. But you know, sometimes if I think it's more like if you don't want to like just all in onto voice acting, you're not going to be as good as the other people who voice act.
But I follow Steve Blum, like
Who's that?
Blum Spew. He's like very iconic for his voice.
Is
Here,
he?
let me look up some people who he's played so I can tell you.
All right, because I don't know names.
God damn it, my Instagram's doing that thing where like when I put in somebody's name, it's like, hey, you don't follow them. I'm like, you know I do.
Come on, just show me it. Show me I'm following them.
You know I follow them. They are a person who exists. Give me their account.
Funny.
God damn it, I have to go like through a whole other process to find it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hold on. Here we go.
You have to go through like a whole process to find anything. What's up?
Okay, so Steve Blum, he voices the guy from Cowboy Bebop, the main character.
I've never watched it.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? That's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't really watch older anime. I'm more of a newer guy.
Did you ever play Call of Duty?
I never owned Call of Duty until until the Xbox One came out.
Okay, but you've played like Call of Duty Zombies, I mean, right?
I think my first Zombies was Black Ops 2 Zombies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So he does the voices of one of the one of the characters for it.
Oh, okay. Do you know which character?
The American.
Oh, Dempsey. Okay.
Yeah, Dempsey. That's his voice.
That's his voice. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd say it's iconic. I think it's really generic.
What? No,
Yeah, I'd say
he does the voice.
he has like the voice of
How
the
dare you.
generic tough guy voice.
Yeah, that's what his voice is supposed to be. But he's like iconic for being like the Toonami announcer. Did
Don't
you ever
know about
watch
that one.
Toonami? Oh
Nope,
my god.
I don't know what that is.
JD, are you even a real anime fan?
I don't.
No,
What the hell is Toonami? I've not.
Toonami was the like the Adult Swim, like when Adult Swim would come on, they would like play anime. He would be the announcer for it. And
Oh
it was,
yeah,
like, how
because a
lot of-
true anime fan watches anime on Adult Swim.
you would actually be surprised.
Sorry, but I watched it
no,
on
I'm
Kiss
saying, like,
Anime
when-
before it was taken down.
I'm talking about when people were like kids, not when they were like teenagers and had access.
Well, I didn't
to
really
internet.
watch anime much when I was a kid.
I'm talking about for the people that do. That's why he's iconic,
Okay.
because he's like the first thing people heard before they started watching stuff.
Okay.
He was the bad guy in Legend of Korra, but I never watched that, so I don't know.
I never watched that either.
Okay.
I think I watched
he
a
was
little
a
bit of
bad-
it because my friend he watched it and he was like, "You guys should watch it with me." So he share screened it to us, and we
How was
watched
it?
some episodes.
How was it?
I don't think it was terrible, but it wasn't
Okay.
anything great. The
So I
animation
always
is
hear-
definitely very good, though. I think the animation is better than the original.
I just only ever hear bad things. I'm like, it's not that bad though.
It probably
is
gets much worse later, but at first it's not too bad.
It's shit.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But he's this like big professional voice actor and everything. He posted a video of his at home
Yeah.
voice recording booth,
Uh huh.
and I can officially say I feel jealous.
Is it like super?
Dude, it
Wait.
is so nice.
Is it like the
here, I'm gonna send
Crayon Mécanique?
it.
It's what?
It just looks comfortable.
I bet it
I'd
does.
send you a picture of it.
I mean, if it's like his job, and I guess yeah, it would look good. Wow, there's a lot of soundproofing on the walls.
Yeah. Like even the roof too, and he's got the LEDs, and he's got like it's so nicely compact.
I mean, if
It's
I had room, I'd record in my closet. But
Same.
Can't.
Temp, temp, I literally cannot convert my closet into a recording space because that's also the access to our AC and heater unit, so I always have to keep it clear.
If I
It's
empty out
the
my
only.
closets, I probably could fit in there, but I don't think
Oh
my
yeah,
computer can fit in there.
I would have absolutely have been just like doing recordings in my closet this entire time if I could, but
Maybe I should try like draping over something over my microphone when I record the podcast.
you
But
can get
I don't know.
yourself under a blanket.
But I don't have any like light blankets.
Such a nice looking booth though. It's like it looks so comfortable.
Oh yeah, it does. Sorry, you
If it's-
audio. Sorry, the guys who are watching the podcast, you won't be able to see it, but it looks good.
Just look up Steve Blum on Instagram. He's got a picture of it.
Mm,
If he does appear for you, whoa.
yeah. Oh, he even
You
has
might-
that. He has that type of pop filter that kind of like it's like a shield. It wraps around your microphone.
Oh, that's what I have.
Yeah, mine's a little different. Mine's just the classic circle. It's a detachable one.
Oh, you're talking about the one that he has up there, not the smaller one that he has on his microphone in front of the computer.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a circle, and it's just yeah. You put it in front of your microphone. I mean, it makes it sound better, but it's whatever, really.
I have 2 pop filters. I've told you that before.
Yeah. You have the one that wraps around your microphone, and
As
you have
well as
the windshield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for some reason my stupid ass brain was like, this works better.
I mean, I have that one too, but I only pop on my windshield when I'm not using it, just so any dust doesn't get into the microphone. Just to keep it clean, you know? Got to take care of your stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
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 So yeah, we're doing another. Okay, let me get this out of the way right now, James. If you don't like doing that, if you don't like playing Huniepop, you don't have to.
When did I say I didn't like playing it?
I don't know. Just when I was editing back the first episode, you just seemed so disinterested in it, and I didn't know if you were having a good time or not.
I'm having a great time.
So just saying, if you ever don't like it and you feel too uncomfortable for it, hey, just let me know. I can just do it myself.
No, I'm good.
Okay? Because, sometimes I was just trying to lay the boundaries down, Because there is a boundary with you in those types of games.
No such thing as boundaries.
Oh, there is. And it's recorded on my channel. Remember the last time we played it?
Yes.
There's the boundary.
That's my boundary, was the third game.
That was the boundary. Funny enough, the third game showed the least amount of skin out of all of them.
It's not that. It's the words.
It's the words on the screen. The way they were arranged made me feel bad.
It did. So I felt wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you should dive too deep into that. Oh, just earlier I was watching the Crunchyroll Awards, anime awards.
Yeah,
But I was watching the Trash Taste live stream of it, and not the actual live stream. It was all right. I think that new shonen anime, what was it called? Jujutsu Kaisen. That was like nominated for like everything.
That's a name.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it like a lot outside of people saying that it's good. So maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. I did see some clips of it, and I thought it looked pretty good. Or at least I thought the CG looked good. Did you oh crap, was it there was oh yeah, do you remember when I told you we should watch X-Arm?
Yes.
Would you I told you not to Google it, but you did, right?
Immediately.
Yeah. So what do you think of it from first impression?
Looks like Ghost in the Shell. but I have no idea anything else about it. I've only seen the poster.
Now, I don't know what I didn't watch Ghost of the Shell in the Shell, and I don't know what it looks like. But if it looks like X-Arm, it must be really bad.
It's not.
But
Which makes me
but I
worried
heard,
for
but no, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about Ghost in the Shell, except when they were talking about the movie.
the live action movie isn't that bad. I mean, they could have actually casted Asian actress to play the main character instead of
Yeah, they did.
casting
Scarlett Johansson.
the greatest thing they did is that they casted Scarlett Johansson, and then her
Yeah.
backstory is that she was an Asian girl,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, we whitewashed her. Yes.
Are you talking about like the original Ghost in the Shell? It looked like the original one.
No, it was just an Asian lady that she took the body
No,
of.
I meant when you were talking about X-Arm, comparing it
Yes.
to X-Arm.
The
Okay.
animated one.
Okay. Have you heard anything about people talking about X-Arm?
No,
Okay, good.
which is why I'm so confused.
I want you to be as blind as possible going into this. It's not like, it's not going to be like morally bad or anything. It's not like when we were playing those hentai games. I just want to watch it with you because I heard some pretty great things about it. Is that why you Googled it immediately?
Yes.
Because you were like, I don't want to walk into another trap?
Yes.
Okay. It was probably better if you just didn't know anything about it at the beginning, but maybe so.
I still know nothing about it.
I think we're going to watch that and maybe I'll record the reaction or something. I don't know how exactly to make a video like that because if I do it wrong, they'll get claimed and taken down. And I'm trying to make it so that even if it gets claimed, I don't want to get taken down. But it probably is. You see that one thing I did of One Punch Man?
No, what did you do?
Oh, I made like a 40-second clip of one. I took the clip of One Punch Man beating the vaccine man, and I put the Charles Death music over it from what was it? Henry Stickmin.
Oh no!
Have you seen that game?
Yes.
Yeah, there's this one ending in it. There's this one ending in it where Charles, the guy, the headphone guy, and the pilot, he's like up in a space station and he dies, and there's like this really sad music that plays.
Why you gotta remind me of that, man? That was sad.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
I did not expect you to watch that one.
I love Stickmin.
That was
Yeah.
that was tear jerking, right? You remember the music, right? It was like bum, bum,
Yes,
bum.
I do. That's why I'm asking why you chose to do this.
Yeah, and I put that Charles Death music over Vaccine Man's death.
Because
he's my favorite character. He was my favorite character, so and him dying was sad to me. So I put it over that. It's pretty funny, actually. It turned out really well because the music like synced up perfectly to the animation. I was like, hell yeah, that's pretty good. It got claimed though.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, there's a copyright claim on it that says it can't be viewed in like several different countries.
Again, I'd imagine.
I didn't know that you can't watch One Punch Man in different countries.
Was that the copyright claim or was it the music?
It was the clip of One Punch Man.
Oh.
Yeah, the music's not copyrighted, but the clip is. I'm saving that audio for whenever there's like a sad moment in a video game, and I'll play that music. Valiant hero, I think. He really was.
He really was.
He really was. He was my
I'm gonna
favorite
miss you,
character, at
Charles.
least.
'Twas the good man.
They make some funny games. Puffballs.
Puffballs.
That's the name of the studio.
I completely
Puffballs.
forgot about that. Didn't they also do Among Us?
Puffballs? I'm not sure, actually. Developer?
Because I know there's Henry Stickmin stuff in Among Us,
No.
as well as a Henry Stickmin map.
Inner Sloth LLC developed Among Us.
I wonder what their connection is then.
Maybe it's just a collab.
Yeah, they're probably just friends.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Puffballs United. One dude, I think. Puffballs United is the developer for Henry Stickmin. That's another series that Markiplier likes.
The Stickmin? Yeah.
Yeah, Henry
It's
Stickmin.
good. I wonder if they'll do more. Probably not.
Maybe. You know what's crazy though?
What?
So,
A
what
game got you to care about a stick figure?
No. I mean, yes, that is crazy, but
No. Well, yes.
no, it's I was thinking back to the Huniepop videos we did. So the first, you know how like the first time we played Huniepop 1 and it got taken down, right?
Yes.
We played it first and it got taken down like 3 times before I could finally stay up after I censored literally everything. But then when we were recording Huniepop 2, I had this thought in my back of my mind. I was like, oh crap, it's going to get taken down unless I censor like everything. Because I was thinking about recording it with you before Markiplier uploaded his video, right? Because I think I talked about it on the last Crapshoot episode. I was like, yo, by the way, Huniepop 2 is out. And you were like, what the hell is Huniepop 2? So
I completely forgot what it was.
Yeah, I said that to you last episode. And I was like, I really want to record something about this. But the last time I did, it got taken down 3 times. So I was like, oh crap. I was like brewing it over in my mind. And then Markiplier, that mad lad, he uploads like his first playthrough. And I was like, oh, nice. I can watch this to see what he censors out so that I can censor out the same things and still have it up on the channel. And then I watched through it and they basically censor nothing except for the one scene, the one picture. And you know the picture I'm talking about.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, but like, you know how like there's like camel toe in like every shot, right? That cue's in. And I was like, he didn't censor that, so I'm guessing that's okay because it's still up. So when I was editing it, I was like, thank God I don't have to censor like everything. Because if I did, I would literally censor it with drip. The entire thing would drip. Everybody would have a drip jacket. I did censor it with drip, by the way. That one scene.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I did. What I did was, well, it's because I was worried because, so Lixian, he censored like the entire image. He just pixelated the entire thing. But I was like, I could probably get away with just putting it over the bottom halves. So what I did was I took your head of your 2D avatar and my head and I cut them off and I placed them on the drip jackets, and I censored the two girls with our drip selves. It's pretty funny. It's weird now. Because I don't watch Markiplier videos anymore for Markiplier. I watch it because Lixian's such a good editor, and I want to see what kind of edits he does and see if I can replicate them. Is that weird?
No.
That I watch Markiplier videos not because of Markiplier, but because of his editing, his editor?
It's fine to watch it because of Lixian. He's his own character in it.
Yeah, he is. Crazy.
There's a whole reason to watch it.
Really good editor. Probably takes him forever to edit.
Really, really good.
I noticed that. I noticed that like every 15 seconds he has to zoom into Mark's face whenever he says anything.
Speaking of editing.
Yeah. You don't like it, right?
No, I do.
Are you sure?
I do.
Okay.
I do like editing. I just never have enough time to do all the editing I want to, which for me is like editing an entire hour-long video of like little segments every 5 seconds. It's like, that's my desire, and you're aware of that because I always talk about how much I love doing that. Like whenever I find a new technique, I always like implement it in the video, and
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
You say one thing, but then you do another thing. But it's
I
fine.
say one thing, but then I do the other.
Yeah, like, I
never
love
have enough
editing,
time.
and then like a month later, you still haven't released a video.
And there's the thing, my brother had came over the other day,
Yeah.
this week, and it was after I told you he became aware that I hadn't posted,
Oh yeah.
and he goes, "Jim, you don't have to edit the entire video." And I'm like, I know,
It is
I
true.
know,
Yeah. I think the strategy for
but I
now.
gotta.
Because I think I'm getting pretty lucky with the subscribers because I'm getting like a steady stream of it.
Yeah.
I'm at like 42 now, I think,
Ooh.
which is a pretty good number. That's a pretty large
it's a
number.
good universe.
I'm like, never in my mind would I thought I'd make it here. I thought I would just quit before I even get like 5. But ever since that like huge blown up video that I got, I've been getting the motivation to keep pumping out in hopes that it'll pick up, or I'd get like a normal base for it. Please give me a normal base. So yeah, that's been keeping me going. And editing, I give you some tips for editing if you need some. But because I mean, for these podcasts, I don't. The truth is, I don't sit through every second of it. I kind of just I slap it into the editor. I put the intro in. I put the outro in, and then I render it.
I was gonna say, I know that like you have your whole like with the bobbing heads thing. That's a thing you do in OBS.
Yeah, when it was before these the avatars talked. It was when you first made the avatars, and then at the intro, I'd make them shake to signify who was talking. But now they just move on their own while it's recording, so I don't have to do that in post. But before it was kind of a pain. But yeah, that's why sometimes if you say something like during the middle of the video, I have to get into this hot habit of like if you say like, "Oh, edit this in," and it's like 40 minutes into the video, I have to open up I open up my little reminder text note and I type in the timestamp of when I have to edit something in.
I should just start a timer whenever we start, and then just make like timestamps of like whenever I say edit something in.
Yeah, because if you don't, then I'll forget about it. Because sometimes we record way before in advance, and I'll edit. I'll be editing some other videos. I'll be editing some like other videos, and then I'll forget about what I have to edit in this video. So, yeah, there's that. In fact, when my sister found out, she's like, "What kind of editing software do you use?" And I'm like, DaVinci. Use DaVinci Resolve. It's a pretty good one. I can't afford Premiere Pro or whatever the one that like professionals use.
Yeah, Premiere Pro.
Do you use that one? I think I remember you saying something you use like that.
I do.
Yeah. It costs money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Yeah. So I used DaVinci and she was like, yeah, the one I use has a watermark and everything. I'm like, oh well, yeah, that's kind of off-putting, I guess. Filmora, I think. Does Filmora have a watermark?
Does who?
Filmora, the editing software.
Filmora this dick.
Yeah, thanks, James. You're hilarious, James. You're hilarious.
Thank you.
Really funny stuff.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'll just be here Sunday.
Just Sunday, every Sunday.
Yeah, every Sunday. Unless you finally get somebody to replace me.
Maybe I will, James. Maybe I will.
I've assumed the duty that my brother does on my podcast, where he's like, I was the co-host, but now I'm just the guest until he can find someone to replace me.
Well, James, if you ever have a change of heart and never want to be on the crapshoot again, just let me know 2 weeks in advance. Put in your little resignation letter.
I'll end the call now so I can leave. See ya.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
The resignation letter. Maybe I'll have to contact Rowan again.
This is the resignation letter.
This is the resignation podcast. All right. Well, I think that's been long enough then.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the podcast. If you liked,
Why
and
did
subscribe.
you?
Why did you like? Let us know in the comments.
I always gotta ask.
do you like? Why do you dislike? But don't let James know. Just do it on his channel.
What?
Go to his channel. Dislike it. We do this every Sunday. Goodbye.
Yeah.